Konnichiwa! A few months ago, I bought this $25,000 abandoned Japanese house. Inside, we cleared out everything, demolished and built a new base in the main room, prepared the entrance with this huge mirror. Today, we're trying Japanese Joripate, and outside, the garden is finally taking shape. No more yongo, no more flooding, and this week, we're moving forward, finding the natural water source of my river, and building a wooden deck of recycled free material. This is episode 14 of Reviving Japandi Waterfall House.
Konnichiwa minasan, Anton in Japan here, and welcome back to Chiba Waterfall House, where we're right now carrying a little bit gravel. This has made my life so much easier, and without this one I don't think we would have been able to start building our wooden deck right here. Up and down about 15 times with this one to carry all the wood, and then we have another 4 loads of concrete and gravel up there before I'll show you how we're building our soon to be beautiful wooden deck that you actually can see from up there, like going and walking down from the waterfall. So let's get some more gravel and concrete that we have just 100 meters up the hill. So we posted the shorts about when this Yanmar-san arrived, right? First of all, what should we name her? Second of all, I don't think we're bad by putting the tatami mats here on the ground. We walked on top of them with shoes before, but this is where they ended up. And this is a pretty normal way of doing things. Konnichiwa, here in Japan on construction sites. Because it's a lot of clay, it's a lot of dirt here, and we don't want to get too dirty. So you put them there, and then we gotta dispose of them eventually. We're not meaning to be disrespectful with the tatami mats. It's just a way to make the construction work more smooth and more clean for us, even though it's not 100% clean. All right, 2 more rounds to go. So this is the wooden deck that we last week started to build, and I know a lot of you guys were a little bit concerned about the underneath because we added a lot of soil, a lot of dirt, a lot of clay on top of here because a lot of water was accumulating, but it was still very soft. And by doing our research, it says that it takes 6 months to a year, sometimes even 2 years for it to settle completely. And over time, if we would have built the wooden deck on just normal stilts, it would have been uneven, and at some parts it would have like sunken down a few decimeters. So we have so many people walking past. So we recycled the concrete that we had on the backside, as well as about 2 tons of gravel to fill in the gaps, and then concrete underneath. So right now we're puzzling a little bit. We're putting it all up here, and as I don't know if you can tell, but it's not attached just yet. We gotta make a deck, make the foundation solid, put everything here, puzzle it together so everything looks good. When we made the deck here, or the concrete, me and Callum, by the end of the day, we heard something. It was like a drum on the roof. And up here, a family of monkeys. So they jumped here and then back into the forest. A little scary actually, because and then they jumped there. I think they're eating some of the fruits right now. So we are moving forward. I know a lot of you guys are saying that it's not moving forward enough, it's too much talking, but the whole idea with this series is to bring you behind the scenes and show you a weekly update. Sometimes we're not moving as fast forward as we want to, but we're very happy to have you here. But things are taking time. Ganbarimasu. Feels like we've been cleaning here for like weeks, and we have, day by day, little by little. And while Suzuki-san, our Japanese gardener, he said that he will do this for us. I think it's all about teamwork and about helping each other. He's here, we're reviving this garden and this house together. But yeah, like back in the day, this stone here, it's from Sado Island. It's a $10,000 stone, and we have no idea how they got it down here. So yeah, you see, logistics is a big thing here. And all of these stones that you see here, this is probably another one, another red one. Could be the same one as this. So we want to save all these stones to make Suzuki-san's work easier. And to make it even easier, we want to help him and clean this river out. So I don't know if you remember, but like the water used to flow in this small little patch here, but it's actually, yeah, 2 meters wide. And we're trying to not throw away any of these, any of these stones. But in order to clean here in the river, we need to take them away. Some over there, we don't want to bury them under dirt, so yeah, we're putting them on the side and cleaning this away. It's a pretty big job, and I think today, while Callum is working on the wooden deck for a little bit, it's a lot of concrete now and it needs to dry for a little bit. So while he's working over there, we're gonna clean out here for a little bit. Yeah, ganbarimasu. This is deep. We might have onsen water here, and it's always like you're about to do something and then you find something else. And in the back of my brain right now, I'm more like, I wanna find out where the water is coming from. And I think we're finding there's like a concrete base here as well. A U-shaped one, and all the water is flowing here right now from somewhere around here. But it also has this U-shaped thing, and I think that the water, once upon a time, was flowing inside this concrete drain. But over time, as you see, we cleared out the wells, and a lot of things has accumulated over here. So I think we should start with just cleaning this place out and see if the water is just flowing here. So it looks like there's nothing, and then the waterfall and then the Japanese river just starts from that side. And then I really want to see where the water is coming from. I know nothing about wells. That well isn't working. If you push the button though, like there's a sound happening. National PG350A. So there's a small little humming here. It's connected to the house, but like literally nothing is happening. But I'm wondering, despite that, maybe they dug deep enough to just have the water just come out as a spring. So let's start with just like cleaning this out. It will take us about 30 minutes, I guess. Maybe we need to go a little bit further behind here. And while this is cleaned out, like probably the water is gonna flow a little bit nicer and we won't have water accumulating over there because it's a little bit worrisome. Like, I don't know if you can tell on the video here, but it's still lower here now and we're not gonna have any water towards the house, knock on wood. But we probably don't want any water there as well. The rotemburo is probably gonna come here and then the waterfall starts over there. So let's clean this out and see where we're going with this. Oh yes, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, I have an idea. So it was a little easier to work with this. I don't know what you call this one. Kate nantoka nantoka. What's the English word for this one? What's the Swedish word? And I have no idea. It's definitely a better word than this. But I think we found the water source, or two of them actually. So we uncovered the entire line of water. So if you look here, how dirty the water is. And then here is the main source, we believe. So coming there, flowing on top of the border here. There's some spring water coming from here somewhere too. And over there we saw a little piece as well. And if you look down on the ground now, like there was a lot of water accumulating over here. And when we had the typhoons and stuff, like it started in the corner over there. So I think the best way, God, I'm sweating, would have been if we just cleaned this out from day one. But better late than never at all. And we really don't know right now how far away this concrete piece is going. It's one of those U-shaped things that we found over there by the $10,000 saddle stone. But for now, I don't know if you can see it and tell it. Like the water looks really dirty here, but it's like really clean over there. Whoa! It's kind of deep. But if you look over there, it's like it's really a nice flow of water right now. I think from time to time we need to clean this out more and more and get all the debris and all the sludge away from here. And I realized there's some concrete here. Oh, this looks damaged. And then clean here as well. But in order to get this super clean, we need to clean out everything around here, because with the water it just pushes the sludge and the clay down here. So we did a few hours of work right now and we have all these crabs literally everywhere. Tjena kompis! Hey! Hey! They're not dangerous. The house hasn't flooded, but they just seem to enjoy life here at Japandi Waterfall House. So does the frogs and the snakes and the kyon and the monkeys and us. Ganbarimasu. First thing we're gonna do tomorrow morning is to go to my local lumber in Setagaya to pick up some material for the Japanese room for Tokyo. Because today has been all outside and tomorrow hopefully will be a little bit more inside. So yeah, but here's where we are right now. And by looking from that position, like it looks huge, this river. So yeah, koi fish is gonna come in here. I think sea bass. Who has sea bass in their garden? I don't know. I didn't even know that that was an option. I thought it was a funny joke, but maybe you can. I don't know. Many people voted for sea bass, so yeah, I think we gotta have koi fish here. My friend David Keach said that you can't have koi fish in UK anymore because people steal them. And that's not gonna be an issue here. Knock on wood, again, steel. But yeah, I'm thinking about koi fish here. But what colors we're going for, I think Suzuki-san has the final say. Because we really trust him and we love working with him. And step by step, we're moving forward. Tomorrow, tenjozai, wooden deck, and a little bit more cleaning up here. So, oyasumi nasai. I really need some rest. So we're buying trimmings between the Joripate and the ceiling and yeah, around the tatami rooms. And we found some really nice leftover mokusai wood. So this is the pira. We only needed 2, maybe 3. So we bought 2 like rest products and then 1 that was really beautifully made. It might have been made for our Sangenjaya villa, but sometimes when things come in and it's not the quality that we want, they keep it here, they hide it, and then they reorder stuff. I've noticed that he does that because he cares. He knows that we care and he cares about us. Fukamizu-san. We also have the ceiling materials as well that we're gonna pick up probably very soon. Now the CEO, the Shacho, is here as well. Yeah, すぐにわかるのね。
あ、そう。じゃあ、とりあえずここの上にこういうかけてみる。
はい。ああ、いいじゃん。いいね。
あんちゃんにしてる。ここさ、
はい。かわいいね。
かわいいじゃん。
So he says that all of these watermelon, it's from seeds that he's been eating watermelon and just thrown it here. And then over time it's been a plantation of watermelon. And they use it, we also have yuzu at the Japandi Waterfall House. But around December, so in 2 months from now, it's the season for it and it's really nice to put it in the bathtub. And maybe we have our rotemburo don by then.
去年もできたんだ。
すごいね。あ。Let's go to Chiba.
Now, concrete stuff. We need concrete drills, we need plugs, and we need the concrete screws. All right, lunch. We're a little late. Let's go to the house right now.
I really wonder how we're gonna install that. I need to do a little bit of more research, but we're finally back at the house. And if you look at the water, I just squeezed a little thing around, but you can finally see the concrete base that we worked on. So there is like a little line there, one little line over here from when they built it. And we just saw a little snake inside of here. こんにちは。いやですよね。ありがとうございます。おかげさまで。Yes, so we get friends. We make friends by being here, and people are very interested, and people cheer us on, and yeah, I'm generally a very positive kind of energy from people visiting the waterfall. But as you can see and hear, maybe in the background, Callum, they're working very hard on the wooden deck in Gambatsu, and before we're joining them, I would like to try out the Joripate that we have here for one of the walls in the entrance. We have the tiles, the mirror, and then the Joripate on the upper part. It's already taped, we have the masking tape done, and it's already cleaned, the wall. So I think we should give it a try, and that alone is going to feel, smell, and look a little bit different. So let's try and do some Joripate inside before we join Callum outside. So, a lot of you guys have been asking, what is Joripate and what are all those cans that you've seen in the previous videos just standing and laying around? And this is Joripate. Many Japanese companies, and yeah, basically every time you're leaving an apartment, whether it's chintai, like when you're renting an apartment, it's all kurosu, wallpaper. But in this house, in this room, we're not going to use any wallpapers at all. In the same in Tokyo. There's only one spot in Sangenjaya house where we have wallpaper, and that is in the toilet. So what are we using instead? We're using this Joripate, which is kind of a Japanese plaster. It's a little bit easier to assemble than stucco. And yeah, it's chikabe, the earthen walls that you see in many traditional houses in Japan, is maybe the most original and most traditional way. But Joripate is a great way, and an easy way to kind of make your walls breathe and feel nicer. It's a completely different feel. It's a little bit more expensive, but it makes a huge difference, I believe. And what we're doing right now, after we've cleaned that up, is to paint and smear Joripate on that upper part. As you've seen, If you're watching really closely, we've already taped the corners. So we're going to smear this white. It's a little bit off-white, 1040. 1000 is like all white. So this is a little bit cream off-white-ish. Never go for a fully white color. It's gonna get so dirty really fast. So this is what we're using right now. And we're also having a, okay, we're lucky we're covered up on the floor. But we're using a little softer trowel here. So depending on who smears this on the wall, it's going to look and feel a little bit different. You can also like add stones inside of this, but it's a little bit harder, a little bit more work, and we've done that before, and the result last time when we didn't add anything at all was really good. So we're going to try with the Joripate as it is. All right, let's smear some Joripate on our 5, 6, 7 meter tall wall. So this is our wooden deck, and let me explain a little bit of how we got in here. We excavated about 30-40 centimeters of dirt, put it all here in order for all the water not to accumulate right here. We then took all of these thick concrete pieces and recycled them from the backside. Took the yanmar-san, opened it all up, and then carried it by hand over here. Underneath we have this bosa shito in order for things not to grow. But I believe with this concrete is not gonna grow anything anyway. We bought 2 tons of gravel and put it inside all of these, all the schema, all the cracks. And then we had these 30 by 30 centimeter concrete blocks spaced about 1 meter in between. We then had the multi-posts to add here with a 1 meter distance in between. Nedabondo, as well as concrete screws screwed inside, as well as concrete around. This is pressure treated wood that you probably saw in our previous video that we picked up from a local little lumber here in Otaki. And then 4 meter, 4.2 I think they were in the end, like spread all of that way. On top, we added the gambatsu, the recycled wood, and we realized they were about 2 meters long and some of them are 1 meter. So we're really puzzling in order to make it work and fit, because we have about maybe 15 square meters extra to lay around here, with the engawa and all the way around to where the sauna is going to be eventually. What we failed with today so far, come here, is this spot. Since the posts are only 4.2 meters and it's going to be more load bearing that way, instead of this one going all the way in there, there's no way that we could pack 4.5 or 5 meter long obiki joists. We're going to add, we're going to add a piece of wood here and attach this one to the foundation of the house. So, this one's gonna go there, and then we are going to put probably the 1 meter pieces, because we don't have that much wood left actually. What we failed with today was that we didn't buy thick screws enough. We need to strengthen this up a little bit more in order for this to be an everlasting deck. Even if we're making a fantastic job, I only think with the nature, with the humidity here, that the deck is going to last about 15-20 years if we treat it well. So we're also going to look at a nice little treatment for this deck. This is about the size of the screws that we gotta go and buy, because we gotta visit the home center for the 3rd time this week, 2nd time today already. So let's go there, and maybe if we're lucky, we can finish this deck today. What I really like about this place, I don't know if you've realized it, but it's that they built this place with these gorgeous stones that they probably picked from somewhere. We don't really know where. It looks like it's the same kind of stones that we have in the little river here, but we're building the deck on top of here, so it's going to be one kind of like flowing deck. So the engao is going to flow all the way to the kitchen, all the way to the back area, but we're going to keep this completely visible, maybe clean it a little bit, and then have stones leading here and also that way all the way to the rotemburo. So the initial plan was to recycle these makuragi, but unfortunately they were a little bit too short, and I think it's going to look a little bit more unified and nicer to have one flowing deck there instead of a different kind of wood right there. What do you think? I hope you think and believe the same thing that I do. So let's visit the home center again, buy some new screws and some deck treatment, as well as some plugs again. We fail better every time, but this will be a very nice nature retreat. Maybe in a month or 2 or 3 or 4. We'll see. Ganbarimasu. The neighbors have told us to park right here, and I really don't know where and what this used to be back in the day, because as you can tell, everything here is completely overgrown, and that used to be a mirror, so you could tell if someone was coming the other way. But maybe there's a house up the hill here. It could be. We don't know. I would love to explain that someday. I would also love to explain further down the waterfall and the river, because there are like natural pools there as well. We were also told that we could reach our house from right here. And if you come here, you actually see the roof of our house down there. So it's pretty cool. And it would be pretty nice if we could have a private entrance kind of this way. And maybe, just maybe, if this could be a little car road or some kind of road. But I think maybe this is how they got everything down back in the day, because it's pretty wide. But that we gotta figure out. So today, or right now, we're gonna try and walk this way down and see what's actually down there. And maybe we can utilize this as our private little entrance, because up until now we've been using the main entrance where all the tourists are walking past. But maybe this could be an alternative entrance. Let's have a look. Yeah, you're coming down? Cans, bottles, mostly alcohol, looks like. adventure, but a little bit harder to walk. It's actually not our piece of land over there either, so probably the ryokan Takimian owns that piece of land. But our land starts here. This is the old structure and that is our house. That's our wooden deck that we're gonna help finalize right now. Yeah, even though we asked for advice, I double checked, I triple checked, do we need a plug or not? And the guy at the Kanamoniya-san, which is a hardware store specialized in screws and plugs, like I asked him 3 times and still he recommended us the wrong products. Like the drill that he recommended us is too small for the screws. And the drill is not good enough. And yeah, it feels a little sour, but yeah, we gotta find another solution. I'm a little bit tired of this now. So what we're doing here is, this used to be the roof, the moldy ant-eaten roof pieces, the trusses, is that what you call them? But you'll be able to step out from this room here, hear this water, and then right out here to the barbecue space right here. Now, when we started working on the outdoor piece and the outdoor parts, we're obviously starting to think about the facade as well. What do you think? Are we going to keep this color? I think we should. Maybe a caddy like a power wash will make it look nice. The roof definitely needs another clean. I love the red colors, but the frames and everything around here, as you look over here, it's been repainted at some point, but we definitely gotta like paint it again. We're lucky that we're not right next to the beach, so things don't rust as easily as it would have done at the farmhouse, for example. But I believe that we should keep the white facade, keep the red tiles on the roof, but repaint everything around here. Maybe we gotta repaint the white color. But yeah, we thought that we were gonna finish the deck last week. We did not. I thought we were gonna finish it today. We did not. So today was, yeah, just mistakes, it feels like. But sometimes, I mean, it's a long process. Hopefully we'll finish this house by Christmas, maybe. What do you think? I'm not too hopeful right now, and might need some energy from you guys. We're having a lot of fun, but building a house takes a lot of time. Konnichiwa! So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your good energy. Next week, hopefully our tiles that I've carefully chosen will arrive, and I'm very much excited to finish the wooden deck, start tiling, and maybe start Joripate and also the Japanese ceiling before we invite Namigai-san. And also maybe, hopefully, Mia-san and his carpenter is here building our staircases, and maybe we can dig with Yanmar-san for our jokaso, gappe jokaso, our treatment plant. And after that, we might have running water here. We can get the kosher, make the garden and everything clean again. Thank you so much for watching. It's moving forward, but right now I feel like we're moving baby steps forward. And when we start the Joripate and these big things that are very visible, I am very much excited to show that and share that story with you. 本当にありがとうございます. Anton in Japan here. I'll see you next week.